Hello, here we are with a 1 versus 1 Arabia matchup, and in the grey trunks we have Dreams, the Finnish player, and he is in grey playing as Huns to the north of the map. And down to the south in the red trunks we have TheViper, once again the Norwegian player right down at the bottom, also playing as Huns on this Arabia matchup. Now, it's not very often that I get so excited about a matchup because I actually watched this last night and it was one hell of a game. It's so great to see this kind of play coming from both of these players, and it was really enjoyable to watch. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Dreams in the grey up here has actually been away for 6 months. He hasn't played for a long while, and he's currently trying to get back into it. He's currently using his nickname Phoenix Bird, and I don't know if that's supposed to be Phoenix Bird or Phoenix Bird, but he is trying to get back into it, and his current rating is 1.9k, and his previous nickname, Dreams, used to be 2.4k, so he's trying to get back up there, and he's playing off some good players, and he's winning quite a lot of games recently with this new nickname, trying to get his rating back up and get back and shake off that rust. Viper down to the south in red has currently got a 2.5k nickname, and he is really at the top of the game at the moment, a lot up there with Jordan, Doubt, and Chris. He is one person to be feared, and he has currently had 4 days away from the game, and he is also trying to shake off some rust. So these guys are having a bit of a scuffle, and they're going to see who can take this game. They've also had a few more games, which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to show you, but I will provide links to the download where you can get them in the description of this video over at ASC Zone. And I actually spoke to Viper just after this game, and he said that 4 days actually makes a hell of a difference to him with his play. He said being away for 4 days really affected him. Obviously, these guys play, between 5 and 15 games a day, and obviously 4 days away has made a big difference to the Viper, so he says. So anyway, we've got a Hun war on Arabia. And looking at the little layout of the map, both of these guys have got their main gold towards the front of their base, over here for the Viper, and all the way over here for Dreams. I think Dreams is closer to his his town centre, so he's not got to worry too much about being harassed. But both of these guys, their golds are both out at the front, and as we all know, gold is king, and it's important to try and protect your gold as where possible. Viper a bit clumsy there, lost his scout unfortunately, so he's not going to be gaining any scouting information for the next 5 minutes of the game at least. Although, let's have a look at the scouting done so far. Looks like Dreams has found the Viper, and the Viper obviously knows where Dreams is, but he doesn't have much scouting information of his area of the map. Whereas, for the next 5 minutes, Dreams is going to be able to scout around, find out where Viper's wood is, find out exactly what the Viper is doing. And as you can see, he's getting a barracks up there at 9 minutes as he's advancing up to the feudal age. Both of these guys pretty neck and neck, and I think Dream's taking the score lead at this stage because he's got that extra scouting under his belt. As you can see as well, the Viper splitting up his wood, one camp over here and one camp over here. Important to do that in Arabia. As you can see, Dream's kind of doing the same, only his wood's at the back and the front, and it's quite nicely protected. This is going to be easy to wall off for him, and he's not got to worry too much about extra harassment there. Dreams coming forwards with an archery range and a barracks, building a kind of midway forward base, and this could be a nice little point for him to launch off of and try to really keep the pressure on the Viper. Now, obviously, his main gold is not very far, but it's hard to go. It's going to be hard to protect this main gold, so it makes sense for Dreams to play aggressive here. And let's see what he can actually do. So just a few more statistics. Wow, we see these guys hotting up and getting a few feudal units out on the map, and really just trying to keep each other at bay for the time being. Viper trying to come in with a little wall off there because Dreams is trying to go for an early attack. Looks like he might be forced to retreat because Viper is going to get this walling off. But Dream's going up with a watchtower, kind of a mini trush, a little bit late perhaps at 12 minutes in, but Viper quick to respond with his own watchtower. Now if you do get trushed, it's probably a good idea to get your own watchtower up, good way to defend yourself. Viper with a little raid going across over the map to see what he can find out about Dreams right now. Dreams with a little wall off here to prevent any harassment to this wood without the scouts having to get close to his town centre and receive arrow fire. So currently, the Viper's win-to loss ratio is 1.7 to 1, which might not actually seem like a massive deal, but this guy is so highly rated. He's played 2,077 rated games on the Viper nickname, not to mention the fact that he's probably had many more unrated games under his belt as well, and not to mention as well Smurf accounts. Now, I don't know how bad the Viper is for smurfing, but it definitely is something that happens, and so the Viper is got a lot of games under his belt, and 2077, he is one experienced player. Dreams, on the other hand, with his Dreams nickname, he's only played 419 games on that nickname, and I think about 40 on Phoenix Bird, so Dreams is definitely the underdog going into this game. He's got a lower rating, and of course, he's also got the less experience, I'd say. I don't know about how many Smurf accounts Dreams has got either, but I'd definitely say that Dreams is the underdog here, and Dreams is looking pretty strong at the moment with the forward base and keeping on producing units. However, his score is starting to fall behind, and he's got 100, well, 200 almost score difference between the Viper right now. The Viper made up his army with skirmishers and scout cavalry, and looking at the upgrades he's got on there, no upgrades for the scouts yet, and no upgrades for the skirmisher just yet either for the Viper. I think he wants to see really what Dreams is going to be building. Dreams with another archery range over here, and he's claimed this stone as well, so it looks to me like he could be going for another couple of watchtowers maybe. He's got this watchtower here which has forced Viper away from this wood. A little bit of harassment, but not really effective at this stage in the game. Dreams, no upgrades on his skirmishers so far, no upgrades on his cavalry so far, and now these guys are pretty neck and neck upgrade wise, and I think it's going to be important to see when they actually decide to go for the upgrades. I think they're going army over upgrades at the moment, and that obviously makes sense for the time being. Viper mixing his army up, he's got a mixture of scouts, skirmishers, and archers in there, and Dream's going with scouts, skirmishers, archers, and spearmen, and those spearmen could be really useful if, as long as they don't get picked off by the Viper's skirmishers and archers. Those scouts for the Viper are going to get picked off pretty easily if Dreams manages to get a few spearmen in there, which is hopefully what we're going to see from him. No upgrades at the moment still for Dreams, and Viper going there with the Bloodlines upgrade for the scouts and the armor. Sorry, horse armor for the scout cavalry there. So this is why the Viper has chosen to engage just now. He's also got fletching for his archers and skirmishers. So at this stage, the Viper is in a much better position. He's got the upgrades on his army. He's got Bloodlines, which gives 20 HP extra on his scouts, and he's got upgrades on his archers, and that was a very well timed attack there. The Viper managing to use those upgrades to his advantage to take out more men than Dreams could in that instance. And also building on the back of that, an extra archery range and a stable. Now it's important to remember that this gold is very exposed from the Viper. This gold is not accessible because Dreams has kind of claimed this area, and the Viper's had to wall off twice over this in this direction. So the Viper's stuck with this little gold pile down back here, and if Dreams was to come around here and attack this gold, Viper would be out of gold at this stage in the game. So the Viper is trying to desperately protect this gold, and Dreams does not want him to have it. He is going up with building another watchtower over there, which looks like it's not going to be completed as it's being harassed already, and Dreams forced... It looks like Dreams is going to be forced back. Dreams finally, with the fletching upgrade for his archers and skirmishers, going to be able to use that to combat the Viper's skirmishers and archers of his own, but still without bloodlines on his scout cavalry, and the Viper's going to be able to use this advantage now, the bloodlines advantage, to do some extra damage to Dreams. Dreams falling behind, he's a whole 400 behind in score right now, but he's determined not to give up, and he is not having to suffer any harassment to his economy whatsoever. Looking at how many gold miners he's got 6 gold miners there, and the Viper also has 6, so they are fairly neck and neck at this stage economy-wise, I'd say. Perhaps the Viper has a few more villagers, but it's currently 55 population to Dreams, and the Viper on 51, so I would say it's still fairly neck and neck. The score difference at this stage is probably due to the amount of kills the Viper's got. There's no doubt he's managed to take out more units than Dreams, and he's going to have to run away because those spearmen are going to spear his scouts. losing one there, and might even lose a couple more. Yep, that's right. Those scouts aren't being microed by the Viper there, and just tossing those away, unfortunately for him, making a little bit of a slip up there, and not bringing those scouts out before the spearmen engaged. This watchtower doesn't look like it's going to be able to go up, either going to be cancelled out of, or yeah, there we go, cancelled out of, and Dreams is going to be able to get some stone from that. As we can see, 161 for him. He's got enough resource now to build another watchtower, and the Viper's just bandying around trying to see what Dreams is doing. Dreams is still producing a lot of units though. If we have a look back here, this one isn't currently producing, but he's still getting archers out. He's actually, yeah, that's interesting. He's going mainly archers now. His gold hasn't been harassed very much. He's going to have plenty of gold coming in, and going archers at this stage is quite a good move to make. Dreams obviously, Viper obviously isn't making any skirmishes right now, and these archers with the +1 and the extra defense are going to be fairly good at combating the Viper's archers. Throw in some spearmen and some scouts of his own, and the Viper's scouts are going to go down pretty quickly as well. Still no upgrades on the scouts for Dreams though. Now, if at this stage Dreams went and got some upgrades on his scouts, he'd probably be able to push through this and break it really well. Those archers sniping off the archers from the Viper very easily and quickly, as you just saw. And also, Dreams is catching up on the score there. Kind of catching up, a big battle going on in the middle, and if we have a look at the army count here, we kind of get an idea of who's doing what amount of damage. Looks like Dreams is going to have to pull back. It's hard to tell, because those archers could still finish off those scouts, and no, looks like they're going to have to pull back, because the Viper's going to be able to keep doing damage to those scouts. Keep doing damage to those archers until, of course, the spearmen come back in. And this is why I think Dreams is playing this so well. Those spearmen keep coming in at just the right time. And once Dreams has taken out all the archers from the Viper, those spearmen are able to get in there and do so much damage to those cavalry. But bear in mind that these cavalry have bloodlines. They've got an extra 20 HP and extra defense right now, because he's gone and got the upgrades at the blacksmith, and Dreams is lacking that at this stage in the game. Looking at population still though, 67 to Dreams and 59 to the Viper. So I think Dreams is catching up here, and unfortunately at the moment he's running out of wood. He needs to keep rebuilding his farms to keep those resources coming in, but he is still producing units by the looks of it, and at quite a good rate as well. Just realised why we can't see, because I've got the Viper selected. As you can see, units being created at all of his military production buildings, having to fall back onto skirmishes as well. But I'd say at this stage, I think Dreams could have the army count right now, and Viper's archers aren't as well upgraded, and these archers are just going to run into a wall of death if they stay out at the front too long. And the Viper is not looking in an amazing position. It looks to me like the Viper's having to play very defensively, which I know for a fact isn't really his game plan style. But look how many gold collectors he's got right now, and I'm interested to see why, because that's not nearly, Dreams hasn't got nearly as many gold collectors right now. I don't know whether the Viper is using any marketing to sell off or buy resources. It doesn't look like he is, because he's not got a market up at the moment. So a lot of gold coming in for him, and he's using that to produce archers, and I guess that makes sense, trying to combat the fact that Dreams has got so many archers out here as well. A lot of archers being created actually. He's also got so much stone right now, so Viper can afford to make a few watchtowers, but Dreams is playing this so well, he's keeping the pressure on, and it actually looks like Dreams has got a massive army advantage right now. Coming in as well with this watchtower here, and if Dreams manages to get this watchtower up, he's going to be able to do so much damage. The Viper trying to respond as quickly as he can with a watchtower of his own. Of course, if your opponent goes for a watchtower, get your own watchtower up, because you're not going to be able to stand up to much of a beating from a watchtower without a watchtower of your own. So desperately trying to get that one up, and losing villagers in the process as these archers keep firing on into the thick of it. And Dreams taking a score lead here, because the Viper has lost so many men in this last few seconds, and trying to get up another watchtower here as well. The Viper is playing so defensively right now, and this is really interesting to see. We don't see that very often. So the Viper, with this watchtower up, he's going to be forced to keep the pressure on, and Dreams trying to bring his archers up close to the base so they don't get fired on, and this is really brilliant from Dreams. Dreams is actually pushing the Viper right back, and I don't even know if the Viper's going to be able to get this second watchtower up. It's so unusual to see the Viper playing this defensively. This watchtower under constant attack, it looks like those villagers are going to be able to bring it down, and I think Dreams could actually win this. It's incredible to see if how well he's doing. This is absolutely incredible. And Dreams got to be in a good spot right now. The Viper's gone up with another watchtower right here. Dreams has finally got the upgrade on his scout cavalry. He's finally got the bloodlines upgrade, and this watchtower now providing a lot of covering fire onto the Viper's base. Viper once again forced away from this gold, and this gold back here is his only real source of gold income, whereas if we look at what Dreams is capable of gathering from here, I'd say Dreams has got this. He's in a really nice position, and these scouts are going to be able to continually harass, although the Viper has gone so defensively. That's 3 watchtowers right here, and if Dreams can get this watchtower down, he's going to be in a really nice situation. But unfortunately, it looks like the Viper's going to be able to defend this, and he has. And look at his score just suddenly jump up there, purely because he's managed to defend this with these 3 watchtowers. Now, watchtowers are great, but bear in mind, all of these villagers aren't going to be collecting any resources. But sometimes, I think as someone said in the chat for this game, military clicks are often more important than economy clicks, and defending your base so well like this is really going to help you out. Obviously, all of his farms are still collecting. He's got this wood up here, and he's also got this gold down here as well, with even more watchtowers. So unusual to see the Viper playing so defensively. The Viper says, I've had enough now. Dreams has made a great attack onto this area, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to break the Viper down. And the Viper now coming up with a retaliation of his own. Scout cavalry coming up and trying to just, harass this gold pile. Unfortunately for Dreams, he isn't gathering gold from anywhere else. If he had a gold mine over here, he might have been able to keep some gold income coming in. But as it stands, the Viper managing to get a lot of archers right into Dreams' base. Those scouts are going to be able to harass like crazy on this wood, and the Viper now with a lot of harassment coming in for Dreams, and Dreams still piling on the pressure over here though. He's kind of got to go all in now. Dreams has got to take out the Viper's economy, otherwise it could be GG at this stage. The Viper's suddenly turning it around with that defense over here, and Dreams still trying to put the pressure on. However, all of his villagers have now been forced back to the town centre, and at this stage, I don't think Dreams has got any collectors whatsoever. All of these villagers are now idle, being really defensive. These archers firing upon the wood of Dreams. These scouts trying to just get around the back, do what a harassment they can. And I think Dreams' mistake here is that he doesn't have a second lumber camp anywhere. So all of these lumber camp collectors have had to stop. And if we look at how much resource he's got, he can't afford to build another lumber camp, unfortunately. So unless Dreams can get rid of this force in his base, he's not going to be able to do anything whatsoever. However, he is trying to do some damage of his own. If he can at least get even with the Viper, then he'll be able to at least do something for the time being. Still producing what units he can, and he's got a few archers lined up, queued up even, and he's trying to break through this palisade down here. If he can get through and do significant damage, Dreams could still be in with a chance here. But this defense that the Viper put up really, I think, Dreams unfortunately wasn't able to break through, and as a result, the Vipers come straight back at him, and Dreams is not able to get any wood whatsoever, and he's given it up there. He said good game, and what a good game that was. It's not very often that we see games getting out of the feudal age, and it was actually great to see a completely feudal-based war, and unfortunately Dreams just could not do enough there. He had a really big advantage at one point, but Viper played it so defensively, he had a lot of stones saved up, and getting these 3 watchtowers really saved him the game. If the Viper couldn't afford these 3 watchtowers, and he couldn't get them up, then it could have very well easily been good game for Viper. Dreams, however, really played that well, and early game he had a nice advantage. He had a population advantage for the majority of the game as well, and if he was a little bit faster at getting the upgrades for his scout cavalry, if Dreams had got the Bloodlines upgrade a bit earlier, then it could have been a totally different story. Dream's playing that absolutely brilliantly, and it was a fun game to watch. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. As usual, I've been Zach, and I will see you next time.